The war is in every city, in every town, in every colony, in every street. The enemy is living in your neighborhood. The apartment I'm in right now, I do not know who lives down the corridor. I do not know. The mosque down the road, I do not know. The doctor who's treating me in the hospitals, I do not know. I'm not saying they're all militants. I'm not sure where their sympathies lie.
So it's the story of a small, really tiny group of people actually, but they are really disrupting the status quo, challenging the causes of the violence in this incredibly important Muslim country. Nasir Jibran is one of them, and he is still stating openly what he believes, but he's under increasingly extreme pressure. The story begins with an act of almost undescribable brutality.
So the next day, I asked people to go and protest outside on the 17th of December and let them know that Peshawar is a tragedy which we own and we've had enough.
कि मौलाना अब्दुल अजीज जो आज डॉन अखबार में कहता है कि अगर मुझे गिरफ्तार किया गया तो इतने सारे सुसाइड बॉम्ब होंगे पाकिस्तान में.
But the Abdul Aziz challenge is that you turn on your webcam wherever you're sitting.
मेरा नाम है मोहम्मद जिब्रान नासिर, मैं पाकिस्तानी हूँ.
You tell your name, you tell everybody that you're from Pakistan, you tell that you are not a Taliban apologist and you're not scared of the Taliban, and you request the government of Pakistan to follow the due process of law and arrest Abdul Aziz.
So that was when we first noticed him from London. He was getting ordinary people to call out the Taliban on Facebook by showing their own faces in videos they would post there. But what he was getting them to say was this difficult, unspoken thing. He was asking people to condemn a mainstream cleric who seemed to be condoning the Taliban violence sweeping through the country.
And some of these groups have been in the past very closely linked with the Pakistan's military establishment. Army considers them their strategic assets. They want to, conserve them, protect them, and in the bargain, they have to let them do certain things. These things have happened in the past. They tell us that these things are not happening anymore, but sectarian killings are still going on.
Nothing of the sort has happened so far in recent history which would make the masses, not just a particular progressive liberal group, but the masses talk about political militancy, extortion, ransom, and these kind of target killing.
Our journalists met him and some of the people who follow him at the Karachi Literature Festival. Just listen to the mood around him. What's clear is that some section of the middle class is being inspired by him and by others around him.
पाकिस्तान में ऐसी कोई सियासी जमात नहीं जो मुझे गाली नहीं दे रही और मेरे लिए फख्र की ये बात है
और आपके साथ वाकई में जो खामोश अक्सरियत है they are with you.
What can we do else? What else can we do?
देखिए उसमें ये है कि आप अपने एरिया के अंदर आपको सिंपल सी बात है यार, आप सोशल मीडिया पे हो, आप आर्टिकल्स लिखो, आप लेटर्स लिखो, आप इनको खत लिखो या आप प्रोटेस्ट के अंदर आओ, आपकी डिमांड बहुत एक वाज़ेह होनी चाहिए.
Jibran's movement is very recent and the reason that it has got this momentum is because what he says, what he preaches is that the point of view is of so many Pakistanis here. So there are so many like-minded who want to support him.
We have no pictures of Nasir Jibran out and about. Constant death threats mean that Jibran is a target. Our security guys at the BBC wouldn't let us. That's why all the shots we have are all basically indoors or in cars. Too much of a target.
और अगर आप लोगों ने अपना मुकदमा वापस न दिया तो अवलाद मस्जिद के खतीब और दूसरे उलमा को तंग करना छोड़ न दिया तो फिर मैंने कहा इससे आप अपने आप को, अपने खानदान को और अपने लोगों को अनफेयर कर रहे हैं और मैंने आपको बता दिया है और ये आपका फर्ज है कि मैं देखता हूँ कि आप इंसानियत की बात करते हैं.
I don't want to go into how it affected. I mean, of course, I don't live with my parents anymore. For security concerns, I don't drive my car. I'm not sure how I'm going to find employment and all that. Those things are happening. But this is the life. And I don't wake up and saying, oh my God, what a mess I am in. I wake up and say, this is my life. This is what I have to do. This is the price I have to pay. And so be it.
Pakistan Zindabad! Pakistan Zindabad!
My mother says you don't listen to me, you go out and you put your life in danger. And I always tell her there are two mothers calling me right now. One is you and one is Pakistan, my motherland. And now you tell me which one should I listen to. And that's when she goes quiet.
चौराहे पे खड़े होके ये आवाम अपने सीने के जोर पे, अपने गले के जोर पे कातिलों का नाम ले रही है, दहशतगर्दों का नाम ले रही है, उनकी निशानदेही कर रही है, उनको बता रही है कि जो नाम हुकूमत लेने की हिम्मत नहीं करती, वो नाम आवाम लेने को तैयार है, हर प्लेटफॉर्म पे लेने को तैयार है. आज तीन तलवार पे हैं, कल अगर ये लाशें गिरना बंद ना हुई तो उनके हेडक्वार्टर पे खड़े होंगे, दहशतगर्दों की दहलीज पे खड़े होंगे, उनके दरवाजे खटखटाएंगे, उनको बाहर निकालेंगे.
Okay, so fast forward a month and Nasir Jibran is riding high. He's on a campus tour around America addressing Pakistani students. And then something really awful happens. How does it feel then that, you know, Sabeen Mahmood is now killed, not clear by whom?
Sabeen Mahmood was a mentor more than anything, a friend, of course, a colleague, yes, but much before that as a mentor. 2.5 years ago, I started my activism. I contested elections as an independent candidate, and at that time, the only person giving me any kind of help, any kind of support was Sabeen Mahmood. She offered me her space, her art gallery to have as a campaign office, and since then, with various campaigns, even this campaign, be it the Red Mosque one, Sabeen has always been there by our side. And in all honesty, it feels like even though she was not the most aggressive one, but in many ways she was the mothership which nurtured so many activists like me. So we've really lost an institution in Sabeen Mahmood.
There are lots of people who have been threatened by Taliban. There are lots of people who have been threatened by intelligence agencies, and lots of people keep speaking despite these threats, and some sensible people decide to shut up.
Whenever my time is, I'm ready for it, but till I'm alive, I have a duty to do, and that is do as much work as I can do for my country, for Pakistan, my motherland. Whatever I am, whatever I'm capable of is because of Pakistan and what efforts this country has put into my upbringing.
So we'll continue to track this, but I guess the question now is, you know, this movement has come together on social media. It's very small, but made a mark. And then people actually died as a consequence. So what happens next? Does it remain small? Does it continue? Or does it fade away?